हेलो एवरीवन, आज हम करेंगे द स्कैफिंगटन कॉफ़ी एस्टेट। ये यूनिट 3 है और ब्लॉक भी 3 है और MEG 7 है। लेट अस स्टार्ट नाउ। As a counterpoise to the counterpoise means as a balance to the village in Kantapura, Raja Rao presents the Skeffington Coffee Estate. The village stands for the Indian values, traditions, myths, faith, and influence of the teachings of Mahatma Gandhi. The coffee estate, on the other hand, is the citadel of the British supremacy, colonialism, and enslavement of the people of India. It is a vast estate spread across the land from Babur Mount on one side and the Kenchamma Hill on the other, right up to the jungles of the Horsehead Hill. Nobody knew how large it was or when it was founded, but all said it was at least 10,000 acres wide. Some people in Kantapura remembered having heard of the hunter Sahab who used his hunter and his hand to reap the first fruits of his plantation. Then it grew bigger and bigger till it touches all the hills around the village. More and more coolies came from below the ghats. They talked Tamil or Telugu and brought their families along. Half naked, starving armies of coolies marched past the Kenchamma temple and up to the Skeffington estate. They carried bundles of their belongings in their arms or over heads and shoulders. The Sahib's Mistri had gone to far flung villages to spread the news of availability of work in the estate. He offered 1/4 of a rupee to a man and 1/8 to a woman for a day's labor. Still, they came eagerly as there had been a drought in their province, and the Mistri entices them, मतलब उनको लालच देता है, with the advance of a rupee to each and the promise of plenty of food in the estate. He told them that the British master of the estate was a kind and generous man who would be good to them. So the coolies left their homes, traveled part of the way in a train, and marched the rest of the distance on foot. When all of them passed through the entrance of the estate, the Mistri closed the gates behind them. He led them to the master and told them that they would be treated well if they worked hard. But beaten up if they worked badly. Little did they realize that they had become virtual prisoners in the estate and slaves of the British Sahab. उनको पता चल गया था कि वो अब slave बन गए हैं. The coolies were taken to the foot of a hill where they erected their thatched huts. They all said, क्या बोलते हैं वो सब, this will be a fine place to live in, and they slept the sleep of princes. The next morning they rose with the sun and were put to work. Then they realized what lay in store for them. The work was heavy and the wages inadequate. The estate was crawling with snakes. The rainy season brought with it bouts of fever. The Sahib prescribed them pills as medicine, but there was no respite from hard labor. Some of them perished, but there was no escape from Skeffington Coffee Estate. Years passed, and the old Sahib died, and his nephew was the new Sahib. He was not harsh or cruel, but he wanted the young woman of the coolies for his pleasure. When one man resisted this exploitation, the Sahib shot him dead. Okay, उसको मार दिया गया जब resist किया गया तो. The case was taken to the British court where the Sahib was forgiven. Two Brahmin clerks from the city working at the estate took a few of the coolies to Murthy at Kantapura, asking him to do something for them. Consequently, Murthy came to the estate but was prevented by Bade Khan, the policeman, from entering. There was a scuffle at the gates in which two coolies hit Bade Khan with his own lathi. The next day, the family of one of them was expelled from the estate, but they were provided shelter by Murthy. The other coolies rallied together to rebel against the harsh treatment they received from their master. The villagers of Kantapura went on a march towards the estate to demonstrate their solidarity with the coolies. मतलब वो उनका साथ देना चाहते थे कुलीस का, जो कांथापुरा गांव के लोग थे. That is how the Gandhian movement reached even the Skeffington coffee estate and created a turmoil within its boundaries. It was only after this incident that Murthy began his "Don't Touch the Government" campaign, and in other words, we can say that Gandhi's non-cooperation movement. Thank you so much. In the next video, we will do considerations of castles. Thank you. Consideration of caste. Thank you so much.